All right. Well, it seems like I've overcome like a mountain of things trying to get in the way to make this happen. But this is officially my first video that I'm gonna post to YouTube. And well, the way I think about it in my head is like YouTube and whatever streaming service, Twitch or Kick or whatever, and even TikTok. I'm gonna be kind of active on all three, on all four of those, or three. So the thing is, for so long I've wanted to do this, and maybe I'll release a video later explaining just about covering most of that. But for now, I wanted to kind of do a video for me. This video is for me. If you're watching, you're more than welcome to stay. But this video is for me, and this is before I have done my first stream, before I've done any other video. There are no other videos before this, except oh man, maybe some years ago. I don't know. I could maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. Uh, oh my gosh, time flies by. It's actually been about 9 years, I guess. I did try to stream Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online, not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online, and I got pretty far. I got like I guess 30 minutes in or something like that. But back then, the computer I had was pretty decent, decent enough to make me feel like I could have done it. But uh, come to find out, it wouldn't stream and also record at the same time. So I chose to stream instead, trying to let people see, get at least a follower or two. But anyway, so that video is gone, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And I've also got some other videos where I've tried in the past, like to record myself, and it just never worked out because and it's not due to like not follow through or laziness or anything. There's always been something. Um, but this seems like the time where things will things are gonna work out. In fact, that's what I'm gonna declare. But as you can see, I'm not 100% kempt. Like this is not a choice. This beard here is not a choice. Or rather, it's a choice. What I should say is it's not my preference. It annoys the heck out of me actually, and I basically am telling myself I'm not going to wait till everything's perfect to get this done. I'm going to get this done, and I went and like, yeah, I bought like two trimmers in the process of trying to make this video happen, and each time something went weird and misplaced or just I'm telling you it's been crazy. But anyway, I did get a new trimmer in, the second trimmer, and I'm going to go ahead and make this video now and then come back and the first official video that I make, you'll see a different face in front of you. Uh, that said, I'm actually here to film a video for myself. So if you're here and you want to tag along, that's great. But I want to capture this for uh, you know, maybe 12 years, hopefully 20 years or so down the road. I can look back at it and go, "Oh, look, that's where it all started." So I'm gonna use this to capture. It's a Neo, Elegoo Neo. Oh, sorry, not Elegoo. That's Elgato. Sorry about that. Elgato Neo. Um, I just it's like one of the first things that I didn't do a ton of research. It was the right price, and specifically it works with the Nintendo Switch 2, which my lovely wife backed me up and surprised me with to support this new undertaking where I'll be streaming and not just games but doing games a lot on the Switch too, and the new Zelda game is coming out soon and this year supposedly, and then there's a Zelda movie coming out in 2027, and I got to tell you, there are so many things that almost brought me out of like this, like to come and do this, to finally get on here and stream and do what basically I know I love to do. But I guess it had to be Zelda in the end. I love Zelda. I love Zelda Ocarina of Time, and because things have been crazy, I never got a chance to really play Breath of the Wild. Well, that's kind of not fair to say. I did get through it. I did get to the end. I beat all the four. Uh, uh, what are they called? The big creatures at the end. I know I sound to y'all like, what are you talking about? You're a fan. You don't know what those names are. But I got everything defeated, and I unlocked the ability to go to Ganon's castle and save Zelda and everything. And something in me just died. Like I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, this game is just not Zelda Ocarina of Time. So I thought, what better opportunity to try again than now? And the plan is, I think I'm talking too much about what I'm gonna do instead of what I'm on here to do right now. But that's okay. Again, this video is for me. But yeah, what I plan on doing is the very first thing I plan on doing is to start from Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and then so on, and make my way to Ocarina of Time. I don't know if it'll line up perfectly, but I'm kind of hoping it does. That's when I play Ocarina of Time, that's when the new remake will come out or be released, and then we can just pick right up and play that one. Uh, and then after that, I do want to play the Skyward Sword, the Twilight Princess, and then when we say goodbye and we finish Twilight Princess, we're gonna say goodbye to the older kind of generation Zelda, and we're gonna pick up Breath of the Wild, and we're gonna play that. Then we're gonna play Tears of the Kingdom, and hopefully, I don't know if that'll line up properly, but maybe, hopefully, the movie will come out soon after that. So it'll kind of get everybody, warmed up to the movie and the new. It's not really new anymore, but the newer Zelda universe. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show, should have already shown it, I guess, is I picked this up. This is a bundle you can actually get right now. In fact, it's the bundle that's most popular from what I can see right now. It's pretty easy to find. Basically, all it is you get to choose one of these three games here. I'm probably going to choose, if you can see that, I'm probably going to choose Pokemon Pokopia. I already know this game's awesome. My son has it, and I already know, of course, Mario Kart's gonna be awesome. But guys, you're gonna see me have some opinions on this channel, and to be honest with you guys, and honest with myself, I'm gonna share those opinions. I've heard some things about this Mario Kart. I've heard it's a little bit open world or something like that. I've heard it's got like a ton of characters, and the graphics look amazing. But guys, I came from I came from a different time period. It's I feel old saying that, man. But I came from a time where you do not sell a game that you use to release on the console as a test game or as a, hey, this goes with the console. You do not sell that game for, at the time, in the past decent amount of years, $60, but definitely not 70 and 80 and the crazy things I've heard. Now, I have no problems with Mario Kart. Um, and I'm going to go ahead and embrace the idea that the new ceiling for video games is $70, which I'm actually seeing that that's not technically true. I'm seeing a lot of $80 games, lots of $80 games. Um, but anyway, it seems like the new ceiling is at least $70 for games that just, in my mind, should be like $20, $30. But all that aside, I'm gonna embrace the idea, and I'm just going to look at the game. Do I like the game? Is it something I want to stream? And then we'll go from there. So, streaming is going to be a big thing on this channel, and I'm going to take those streams, record them, and obviously and release them. But we're going to start with Zelda 1, like I said, and Zelda 1. We're gonna try to do most of what we can on the Switch 2. If something happens where the Switch 2 doesn't work out, like for instance, I was slow because I was slow to use Nintendo Online, Switch Online to play Zelda Ocarina of Time. Because when I tried it the first time on the Switch, one, it the C buttons just it just didn't work properly. It didn't feel right. So that was a big concern of mine, and I was thinking we would have to figure out a way to capture it on the N64 instead, because I wasn't going to uh, feel like I'm playing an alien like game, a game that I'm not comfortable with. When Zelda Ocarina of Time is one of my, I used to, man, I used to know everything about that game, all the secrets, and I can't wait to get there to see how much I do remember. But anyway, that said, the thankfully they came out with a the Switch came out with a Nintendo came out for the Switch, a Nintendo 64 controller. So we're gonna buy that, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make sure that every game that we play feels right. So even if I haven't played the game, even if I haven't played it on the system it was built for, uh, I'm going to buy the controller for that system and play it as much as I can on the Switch too. If we run into a problem where, oh, I don't own that game or it's not on Switch Online or anything like that, I'm going to go through whatever legal means I can to get that game and play it. That said, there might be a few side quest Zelda games that we play that aren't technically on the main Zelda road, but we're gonna stick to the main road. But then we might get grab one or two that are side quests, I guess. But they're not going to be. I'm not gonna play every single. I'm not. Okay, there's one where he's like on a train, and it's like a ghost or a ghost train or something. I don't know. Uh, I have a friend who played that one. He said it was the worst Zelda game he's ever played, and he's a huge Zelda fan as well. I just don't think going and buying a console just to play that game is worth it. And even if they do put it on the Switch online store, um, the Nintendo online store, I don't know that I'm gonna play it unless you guys are like, "Hey, you should play it." So, well, we'll see. Anyway, so let me go ahead and unbox this. I thought I was gonna finish there, but actually, maybe you guys want to see this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. So we've got the Elgato. I was saying Elgato the other day. My wife, she was born in Cartagena, Colombia, and she said say it right, and I was like, oh, Elgato. And I was like, I'm pretty sure even the company calls it Elgato. I don't know, but that's what I've heard the most. That's pretty cool. So it just has yeah, HDMI out, HDMI in, and then a USB C. Can that capture that? Is this why people do this? Oh, that is why people do that. Oh, look at that. That worked perfectly. Okay. All right, and there's the light that'll shine once it's on. I'm gonna plug this up later, obviously. But anyway, it's got that. Or there's your machine, and then you've got this huge little book thing. It's little, but it's like really thick. I'm guessing every language in the world, and then whatever. Oh, that's cool. They have a really cool QR code you can just scan and get started. That's pretty awesome. Okay. This stationery is really cool. My wife also, she was a graphic designer, so in college, we went to college together. So I actually got to watch the whole process of how to be a graphic designer and um, how to create stationery and things like that. And once you know, first of all, this is stuff you would never notice in real life. Like you go down the street and you like look at signs and you're like, you never ask yourself who made that sign. You never ask yourself. You probably never even notice a sign. You just read it and go, "Oh, I need to turn left or right." But people people sit in offices and they make those signs, and honestly, it's I guess you have to be able to appreciate your own work in that field because a lot of other people aren't going to notice it. So I do like to take my time and look at stationery whenever I find it. And does it make sense? Is it clearly legible? Do the graphics make sense? Like instructions and stuff. And I've learned to really love how right here you're immediately faced with the product. That's it's wrapped very nicely, presented nicely. Then these little finger holes here, you pull them out and it says "Pop me open." You've also got your really nice instructions right there, so there's no questions. And then this tucks in there. That's pretty cool. And this other side has nothing, obviously, and you can know that because if you go to this is not as easy to open. I mean, you could open it, but there's like just empty back there. But other than that, all the boring stuff on the sides that we never, we never stop and look at. Someone actually designed that stuff. Hold on. Someone actually designed that stuff, and I think that's really cool now that I know, Some more information up here. And there was something else I saw I wanted to show you. Look at this. Look at this. So when you strip this off, look what you see. Do you have to do this every time? Hold on. There we go. Game on. That's pretty cool. They already know what you're buying this for. I mean, why wouldn't they? But yeah, I even like the color. It's like not really white. It's actually kind of, oh, it looks really blue on the screen. In real life, in real life, in person, it's kind of more white. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So I've been itching. Sorry, camera's over there. I've been itching to open this. Man, have I been itching to open this. Well, I do need to get started, so I'll just choose the game. I was gonna get, for a second I was gonna say you guys could choose, but I'm gonna definitely do Pokopia for several reasons. One is that if I'm gonna start streaming and get you guys, into the idea that I stream and do long form and whatever, I want you guys to like Pokopia seems like a good streaming game, right? Like kind of cozy. I think that's what they're calling it now. But anyway, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. You're gonna find that out. So yeah, Pokopia. And we're gonna probably play Donkey Kong Bonanza because I saw my son play it at I got like a little test of him playing it, and it's honestly it's way more fun than I thought it'd be. Honestly, it's just and in fact right on the cover you see Donkey Kong and you see what's her name, Princess oh man, I know her name. Anyway, that reminds me a lot of Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, like Donkey Kong in this sense would be Ralph, and then Penelope would be oh man, I forgot her name. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, moving on. All right. Let's see. Okay, I need to cut that. Oh, I already did. Cool. All right, cool. Perfect. So here we go again. With the oh my gosh, stationery. So again, someone designed all this, and so a bunch of stuff nobody wants to read, right? You pop this down. Really cool presentation. Does it make sense? Is it easy to read? Is it legible? I won't bore you too much with that, but I just, I came from never even noticing that existed to watching people bust their butts to get that work done, just to have their teacher yell at them. Graphic design teachers do not mess around. They make sure everything's done. So, like, I went to an art school and like game art and design, and in that game art and design school, we had game designers. We had culinary artists, and we had traditional artists, but then we have graphic designers. oddly enough, the culinary and the graphic designers were held to the highest standard. Game designers and the other artists were kind of just like, I mean, we had a tough teacher or two, but it was kind of just easy, you know. Uh, I spent most of my college uh, years helping my wife pass because, and what I mean by that is, her workload was so immense. I'm just telling you, I don't know. I think their only job, I think their only purpose for giving that much work was to weed out the weak, is honestly what I think. And so, yeah, there were many all nighters I spent with just her and me at the table of her kitchen in her dad's house, doing nothing but just getting that work done. So anyway, so yeah, this comes with the two Joy Cons and the system. Cool. All right, so these feel better. I'm gonna be honest. Like right away, they feel better. You probably already hear this all the time, but I have really huge hands, and the old Joy Cons just I mean, even these are too small. There's no way I could play with this, but it's just the fact that like it's better. Especially this feels it just feels better. Oh, there's this material, guys. I don't want to spoil it, but man, I think you guys are gonna love that material. It's like not silicone, but it's not. I mean, it's definitely plastic, but it feels like silicone almost. Oh yes. My favorite. Let's do that now. My favorite thing about the Switch 2, at first glance, right? I mean, I'm not talking about the insides and stuff. But my favorite thing about the Switch 2 at first glance is, ooh, this thing is huge. Whoa. Um, I don't know if you can tell how big this is. Um, so I I play with a Switch, and I have a Switch OLED. It's unopened. I was literally gonna save that Switch OLED to open my channel. I've been trying to open this channel for 2 years. No, I've been actively trying to open the channel for about a year and a half. Maybe 2 years. Um, and I was not gonna open that OLED until the channel started. Well, now I've got this instead. So the reason I mention that is that the OLED, I understand the screen was a little larger, but not the actual system, right? So I don't think it translates well on camera. This thing is huge in a good way. All right, so I'm gonna take this out, and okay, so here's what I really love about the new. You ready? Let me see if I can face it towards you guys. I love this. Nothing, nothing. I love that, man. The reason I know is I helped my son set up his. Just it's so cool. Oh, you can see my camera. Hi. Dude, this is cool. It actually I like the way it feels, man. I don't know. I like the way it feels. It's huge. I love how big it is. Can't wait to turn this on. All right. So, I'm curious, since this is the, choose whatever game, choose your game. Out of the three, I'm gonna stop picking this up and showing you. I wonder if I could like. No, maybe I should keep showing you. I want you guys to get like the experience. All right. Like I said, everything is trying to interfere with me getting this done. I don't care. We're gonna keep marching on. So I just like probably lost a pretty good bit of the video. I'm just gonna kind of like go over a little bit more of what I was doing. So I wanted to show you guys a bit about the box and stuff, but honestly it got a little bit rambly anyway. So let me just show you. This thing is huge, much bigger than what I know of the Switch 1. One of my favorite parts, I'm not sure if I'm re-showing you something or not. One of my favorite parts is how this just goes right in there. Like it's just magnetic. It's really well balanced, and they just, as long as you align it, they kind of do it on their own. to un to un grip them, or wait, what, to take them off. There's little buttons right here. I don't know if you can see them very well. Yeah, that little button right there. You press that, press it, and it kind of pops off. Wait, yeah, the magnet's kind of strong. That's a good thing. And then press, and it comes right off. Right. So again, there you go. And there. So no issues whatsoever. But again, let me show you this. This works the same way, as long as you can get your finger in there. All right. And then for this one, I'll show you this side. As long as you, yep, as long as you line it up. And when you press this button, this comes out. What is that thing? It's cool. So what I was saying, I hope I'm not repeating myself. This is cool. I'm not sure that I'm their target audience. I am, I think their target audience is family and children. So I fit the family part of that target audience, but I don't think I'm their main target audience. I think that's children, right? This is nothing I can play with comfortably. It's way too thin, and I don't know how to explain this. If I get comfortable, my hands are doing this, and the buttons, um, I've got to like crane my hands like monkey paws to oof, that's difficult. That's difficult right there. Um, oof. Oh, I wonder if those would be anyway. That's very difficult for me. Um, but again, I think for children that'd be great. It's great that they have a controller that they can start with. I I see that that's the reason why they came up with this. Uh, the same can be said for the Joy-Cons, although I'm a little bit more used to that now. But the problem with the Joy-Cons that I have is that you see how flat they are? Like if I'm going to use it, let's see. If I'm using it comfortably, that's how much hmm, you can't really tell. There's like a whole like space missing. And I don't know if you guys know remember that what I'm talking about or not, but when Joy-Cons came out, there was a lot of issues with them. A lot of people had problems and stuff. Not just design wise, but a lot of issues with like them being functional for more than 2 or 3 weeks at a time before they started like sliding and ghosting and stuff. Well, there was a company that came out with what's called Joy Pads, and they did really well. I bought a ton of them, gave them to a lot of friends, and they're like $20 a piece, and or sorry, $20 for the pair. They had really cool colors, but they had what sold it for me was that if you take like a Nintendo 64 controller or something like that, how fat those controllers are, I could get my hands around them, and they would slide in just like Joy Cons do. I would have, you know, legal issues, legal, excuse me. There were some legal decisions made. Japan, sorry, Nintendo went after those people, and they stopped selling them. And I still have a pair, but I just don't. I don't have it in me to go and pay $60 or $70 for a new pair of Joy Cons that I know are designed with an innate flaw, seemingly. Definitely seemed like it on my end. Um, that's I could buy a new game. I could buy quite a few things with that. I just can't do it every time, especially when, in my experience, by watching my friend, every 3 weeks, or it never was more than a month and a half that he had to go and buy another another set of Joy Cons. So the joy pads just seem to work, and there was even a point where I would take them apart and clean them after they got a little sticky, and I would clean all the dirt and grime out of it, and it would work like brand new. I couldn't do that with the Joy Cons. I tried, and the Joy Cons would last about 3 more weeks and then start skipping and sliding again. Um, so I would have thought that on the second go around with the Switch 2. I would have thought we would have fixed that issue. Um, that's a problem for me. Not a Obviously not a deal breaker. This does not fix that problem. Why? It fits the hands of a kid, or try, whatever. But oh my gosh, it does not fit the hands of. I'm not gonna say adults. Just I'm a bigger guy. It doesn't fit me. I have a complaint with that specifically. Maybe it's just me being me. But that said, I do feel like this, as cool as it is to give them a controller after your main, thing being Joy Cons, that the click and slide thing. Uh, it's cool to have a controller, but I do feel like this is an afterthought. I feel like it's not worth any hype or extra money to be tagged onto the price. I'd rather just go and buy a pro controller, is what I'm saying, and I'm going to do that, but also already have a few. And the awesome part is that Nintendo made a great choice by allowing the Nintendo Switch 1 Pro controllers to also fit and work on the Nintendo Switch 2. So that's great. I also found out that all amiibos, whether it be for Wii U or Nintendo Switch 1, or just, I think that for a second there was like a, correct me if I'm wrong, I think even on the 3DS, if my memory serves correctly, you could do amiibos on there. All of them work on the Switch 2. That is super cool. That's epic. That is cool. Um, okay, so again, I don't know where I was cut off, but this is the Switch 2. I love how massive it is. I love how big it is. Say hello to my camera. Um, I can't wait to turn it on and try it out. Now, one thing more I want to say is this video is for me. Again, for me to look back on in 12, 15, 20 years and look at and go, ha, look at that noob. But if you're here with me, thanks for watching. And if you are here, I imagine that you're here because some video I released, something in the future might have given you reason enough to come back and say, I want to see how I started. This is how I started. Ugly, messy, not perfect, nothing planned. I just wanted to make this happen because too much was trying to make it stop. Too much was trying to prevent it from happening. My desk is a mess, and I'm gonna get it cleaned up. I just want to let you know that for whatever reason you're coming here watching this video, don't wait. Don't wait. Just go ahead and start. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't matter if you make a video now and don't get to another video in 2 weeks. Maybe maybe you're inspired to do it, and then the holidays start and it gets too busy. Whatever. Just do it. You'll be thankful you have the one video, and it'll push you to do the next one. Also, you'll probably already know this, but my channel will be called Adorabant. I can already imagine all the people how they're gonna pronounce it, Adorabant, or however they're gonna do it. But it's Adorabant, and it doesn't matter if you pronounce it differently. And what else? What else? Yeah, this is my start.